Episode 2 of Loki, Season 2 is officially out. It was really good. Let's talk about it.
All right. Again.
What is going on, everybody? It is yours, truly the Ace, back with another review to Loki Season 2, Episode 2. And you guys know what time it is. Before I get started, join me down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about this episode and what you think about Loki Season 2 thus far. We are 2 episodes in, 4 to go. I'm excited to talk about this one, so let's get into it. This episode was really good. Dare I say, one of the better Disney Plus episodes we've had in a long time. Now, I know it's not really saying much, and episode 1 I thought was just okay. I thought it was solid, but this was a huge step up, and I loved this episode from start to finish, completely engaged. The acting, the action, the tone, how tense it was, and you guys know how much I love score. It was on full display in this episode. This episode had a little bit of everything. It checked a lot of boxes for me. And I give this episode was really, really good. It basically starts off with Mobius and Loki traveling back to London, 1977, where they are looking for a former TVA hunter, X5. But in this timeline, he's living a life as an actor on the sacred timeline that's known as Brad. And they go to him during one of his movie premieres, and it leads to an awesome chase sequence where we get to see Loki being Loki. He's pulling out the quips, he's pulling out the tricks. We get to see Loki use his illusions with a little twist on it. We got to see him do like this little shadow manipulation to kind of subdue Brad, and that was really good. I was like, wow, like I was taken back by that. And then it leads to them going back to the TVA, where they have this great good cop, bad cop like interrogation scene on Brad, where Mobius basically tells Loki, don't lose your temper. He's going to push your buttons. And during this scene, Tom Hiddleston's acting was on full display. The way his range, the way he was able to change his tone, like you saw it. And along with the score, it just added to how tense this scene actually was. And then it turns out that Mobius was actually the one to lose his temper by hitting Brad, which leads to them kind of reversing roles in a great little cafeteria scene where Loki's more sympathetic and more understanding, which is what Mobius usually is towards Loki. And you get great character development and great character building in this scene. And it's very hilarious at the same time because Loki's trying to tell Mobius he understands what it's like to lose your temper. And he references something from the Avengers. He was like, I got mad at my dad and my brother, and what did I do? I held all of New York hostage, and I ended up throwing Tony Stark out of a building. And he referenced that by saying, our emotions get the best of us. That had me dying. I was weak, and it was just such a great scene. Very rewatchable scene. Just from the acting and the character building and the chemistry alone, Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson just continue to knock this product out of the park. It was that was a good scene. So then it goes back to the interrogation scene where we get to see more of the good cop, bad cop Loki's, torturing Brad, and finally gets him to give up the information on Sylvie. So then they travel back into the past and find out that she is on a branch timeline working as a McDonald's worker, which is what we saw at the end of episode 1. So Loki's trying to talk to her to kind of just talk about what had happened and what is going on and how he's traveling to the future. And then there's a twist. Brad is hiding something. He knows that one of the higher up TVA agents, I believe she goes by the name of Dox, is planning to bomb all the branch timelines, which would ultimately wipe out billions. So then they go back to the TVA to try to stop her. Leads to a great fight sequence where we see really good action in this sequence. And ultimately, at the end of the day, they're just unable to stop every timeline from being branched, and it does wipe out billions of people. And then you feel the magnitude of the moment in the emotion and the acting is just on full display here by, you see the emotion from Loki, from Sylvie, Mobius, OB. And then, it's just, Sylvie goes, her own separate way after, she knows that the TVA is corrupt, and she just goes her own separate way, and that's how this episode pretty much comes to an end. This episode, like I said, to me is one of the better ones. It was really good from an acting standpoint. The emotion was there, everything, you know what I'm saying? And after episode 1, I wasn't really sold, but this episode sold me completely, and I cannot wait to see what they do going forward in the final 4 episodes. I'm excited. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more content just like this. But as always, thank you for tuning into the Ace Avenue. I am yours, truly the Ace. Adios.